he has a line basically from there to there. Now you got the support. That's it. Look, it's a little curve, but you have one support leg holding up this thing, so you feel like it's that way, not this way. It's slanting, tilting. Then now at this point, just turn your arms, and now the back is to the target, and your left shoulder is tilted toward the ball. Okay? Now you're winding up this leg here. Well, let me show you something. Go back. Now when you turn your shoulders, it winds up this thigh, but it doesn't pull your hip over into a negative position. Your weight will be on the wrong foot, and you can't hit it from that foot.
So if we did it from the front,
Yeah,
it would be like
that. Now turn your shoulders a little bit.
See, now I can wind that chest up right over that
You see you have a support of the spine, right?
without moving my head
Look
to
at
the
that.
right, too.
Right. Now it's this way first, and when this hip turns in, it pulls this hip back, but it doesn't put it in a negative position. Now that knee's got to go out that way. You push down and out on a bias. It creates the rotation of the right side. That action. Okay. Do
So
that.
the hip, I'm actually on the downswing with the pivot. I'm actually pushing the hip down and the knee and the knee
out, pushing the hip down with that gluteus maximus and minimus muscle, and look here, you're flexing the knee, which is bending the knee by contracting the rectus, this femoris flexor.
Now you made a statement to me that blew me away about what the left hip, how the left hip, I never try to get my left hip out of the way.
Let me show
turn
you
it out of the way. That was an incredible statement.
You wouldn't
Explain that.
You wouldn't believe it, but if you put your hip right here, and I came at you like this, I can knock you down.
Boom. Okay.
But I have to pick up my foot to do it.
Right.
Now my whole weight is going into you.
Right.
The center of gravity is going into you. When I concave this right side, convex the right, but this leg is, I can't do it. I try to do it with this leg.
All right.
Like that, it's coming. The leg is coming on this line. Okay.
But if I like we were talking about, you know, I'm going to shift over to my right foot, and my head's still right between my feet. Okay. And when I come back to the ball, I'm never ever trying to turn that left hip out of the way.
Well, it's just like stepping to second base and throwing to the catcher. Your pivot has negated the hand action.
So what I'd have to do is like I'm going to shift, and so when I come back to the ball, see, I'm actually shifting to right here, and the right side is driving around and under.
Oh,
right?
yes, that's a door closing.
Instead of this motion
That's
right there.
backing off, and your head is out of position. You hit it further farther, just hit it with your ear. That way, because that's what's getting all the force.
So you're just saying, basically, once I set up to the golf ball, the weight shift and the support mechanism is like a post. If I was going to plant a post in the ground, I'm just going to stick a post in the ground. I'm just going to let my
Move against it. Move against it.
This is the gate.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to shift over.
Yeah.
And that's the gate. And when I come back down, see, I'm going to shift to here.
Yeah.
And then this will be the gate.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't ever bend the pole to open the gate, would you?
No, sir. Out there and coming across the ball, you know, outside in swing.
Now, what was the drills that we talked about doing?
I want the knee drill.
All right.
That's where you're standing here. Now I'm working now with just knees, understand? So I'm gonna, and ankles. Now, see, I'm right now the legs are asleep. Now I'm doing that. But for that to go, I got to shift that hip a little better, see? Now, I come this way, I got to shift the hip to get the weight off of this right foot so I can bend the knee, understand? So, we're doing that. We're separating the knees. I don't bring the knees together. I push one knee out and pull the other back. I'm doing like this. Look. Now this is knee and hip. 1, 2, 1, 2. The leg won't work. You come on.
Like this.
Yeah. Now
Like
don't do your knees that way.
Like that.
No. Don't make the knee go that way. Make it go out. Out, you know, out on the angle.
Oh, you mean in the golf swing?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
like that, like that.
That's the angle.
Super-duty.
Yeah. Now you add the body to that when you get on this leg. Okay.
Now, what's incredible about that is the ankles and the knees.
Moving the torso.
Exactly. And when you're moving your knees, it's real important that, you know, like when the knee just simply, it just pulls underneath the hip. It doesn't pull the hip back and you go with it, right?
No.
It's like, it's just like walking, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is.
It's just exactly like walking. So if I took a step, all I'm doing is really just pulling that knee right up underneath the hip,
Yeah,
right?
right. All right, Michael,
Yeah.
let this knee work on this line here because that gives you the rotation, you know.
You made a little X here.
Yeah.
And so what we're going to do is just kind of show exactly the flow of different parts of the body, right?
Yes.
All right, so my first move would be the hip.
Yeah, shift over the right-legged, drop
Boom,
it. Yeah,
like
that way,
that.
like that. That lets the right shoulder stay on and the left shoulder stay on the plane. You
It's a
understand?
free motion in it. Boom.
Very free.
Oh, boy.
Because
So-
you,
Explain what you meant by attached and detached. Now,
if you stand there right now and
2 feet.
grab the ground with both feet, all that's going to move is your head. Nothing going to move. You got to have a detached end and an attached end. For a door to swing, if you put 2 hinges on it and lock them, nothing can move, right?
Right.
But if you have just a pair of hinges on one side, then you can open it if the pole is straight up.
So the sensation that I'm getting, you know, I'm in my dress sufficient, is that my left side is almost becoming detached, or it's like a swinging type motion.
Yeah, it's like a gate swinging on its pole.
Which we talked about on
Which
the
your upper
sport.
half is your spine, lower half is your right leg.
Right. Boy, man, that feels so good.
Yeah.
Look at that. And my head's not moving to the right at
Yeah.
all.
You're keeping
So I'm
your center,
shifting just like so, right?
your swing circle center stationary.
Perfect. And then on the way back, see,
Just reverse it.
it's just reverse it, but a little bit bigger lateral motion,
Well, you
right?
yeah, because you start at the center and go to the back. Now you go from the back all the way to the front.
Boom. Boy, that winds up that right
Yeah,
hip,
yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah.
All right, so when I come back down, I'm going to shift.
See
I'm
that heel raising, extending this ankle, flexing this knee, flexing this hip joint.
And
That's a-
pushing down the right hip.
and push down with that thigh and
Going
on that
that
line.
way.
See how that's going on that line? Don't you see it?
Yeah, oh yeah, look, boom, right there.
See, that causes a rotation. The other is a
Wow.
shift. Okay.
So when I'm shifting, I'm just going to shift to here.
Yeah, don't let your head go back. Just
Okay.
hold chin steady right there. Let
Yeah.
the shoulder come back to it that way.
Right there.
Then the arm is turning that way. You see?
Mhm. And then when I come back down, see, I'm just going to push that hip down.
No, push this hip. No, push your right hip.
Not laterally.
No, push your right hip out
Out.
and your left hip straight out, straight from heel to heel,
Okay.
and pull the kneecap back in the joint.
Okay, so that would be what we're talking about. This is the lateral aspect.
Yeah, that's a
of-
single motion. Now,
That's a single motion.
yeah, and then adding this is a compound action.
So if I'm shift, okay, now this would be a single motion.
Yeah.
So my left hip is actually outside my ankle line.
Yeah.
And as I close the upper body,
It
it'll move back or
retracts
restrict.
a little bit over here. It's
So
like
it go to here,
and then it kind of almost back shifts a little. Understand?
in most pictures that I've seen, you know, it looks like they're like that.
Yeah, it's no good.
It's 2 motions, right? Look, we're going to shift and turn,
Yeah,
shift.
and turn. But
and
look
turn.
at, don't put the right hip this way. Put the right hip that way. The
Okay,
shift.
the right hip shifts
It shifts
along that line, not a lateral line.
No, the right hip don't go lateral. It goes a bias. You know, diagonal.
What a great teaching point. Now, for example, if I didn't do that, let's just say that I kept this left hip. You know what's incredible too is, you know, like if I'm hitting the ball out here and we shift and I turn, man, my hips are, you know, my hips have only moved about 15 or 20 degrees, haven't they?
That's right. But what you've done, you established an axis to rotate your arms on.
Mm-hmm.
Understand?
But if I didn't let this left hip move a little bit, I'd have to move this way, wouldn't I?
Yeah. That's
I'd
right.
have to go like
With
this.
the upper half moves instead of the lower.
Right.
Had no foundation.
So this way it's all blended together.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay. And when I come back to the ball, if I didn't pick up my right heel and get off my right
And
side,
make that's like,
I'd be back here.
yeah,
wouldn't I?
that's non-shifting. That's falling back with your head. Boom. So hold your head there and let till your right shoulder comes underneath the chin.
I'm right there.
Yeah, now you come up. Yeah.
This enables me to get a lot more
Extension in the arms and the leg force.
It gets the lats and the buttocks and
Every
the back.
muscle in your body is moving with that action.
Yes, that feels good.
That way. Now you got something to stand on.
Mm-hmm.
You got foundation. All right?
Boy, that is beautiful.